It happened, everybody! Sony Animation made a good movie! It only took them 6 years since their last one, and also for it being a standalone Spider-Man film with no MCU connection, it only took them 14 years to make one that people actually liked! And not only is this the best superhero film released in 2018, but it's also tied with my favourite animated film of the year. I just haven't decided which is better. One of the massive standout elements of the film is its unique animation style, which is comprised of a more exaggerated comic book aesthetic. When I first saw the trailers, I was impressed by the designs but was critical over the movement. To me, it moved at a speed that felt less fluent and very jittery, like the frame rate was dropping. But this was very much not the case during my watch. Only one scene at the beginning where Miles is getting ready for school had that issue, and for some reason it was only in that scene as the rest felt more fluent and used a slower frame rate to its advantage, as action scenes appear more fast-paced and flashy, and because of certain characters being depicted in different animation styles like 2D Western cartoon or anime, this allows them to all have varying speeds of movement, which further distinguishes them apart. The soundtrack is very different compared to many Marvel films, as it's primarily comprised of rap from the likes of Post Malone, Nicki Minaj, Swae Lee, Annual AA, and the late XXXTentacion, and this gives the film a standout identity compared to others that solely use instrumental. Now, this is not the first time it's been done. Luke Cage used rap and soul to bring character to its setting of Harlem, which worked really well, but if you compare this to other modern non-musical animated soundtracks, it's much more memorable without it feeling forced. Many animated films have this issue where they need to promote an original song, so they dedicate a whole chunk of the film advertising it, which is the reason why many of them end with a dance party. But not only does the soundtrack fit the ideological aspect of the film, with the main character being of African American and Puerto Rican descent, but the scenes where the music is incorporated work very well. My favourite moment is when Miles is swinging around the city and What's Up Danger starts playing, as it mixes both rap and epic background instrumental perfectly. The variety of new characters are all a lot of fun. Miles is a very compelling main protagonist and a breath of fresh air compared to the Peter Parker-centered storylines. And the side characters like an aging Peter, Gwen, Spider-Ham, Penny Parker, and Spider-Noir voiced by Nicolas Cage are all great as well. I would have liked a little more screen time from the last three, but what we got was enough for them to make an impression, as they all had their little moments to stand out. The screenplay is very well written, with Phil Lord being a main contributor who really knows how to blend comedy and drama in a way that makes for very funny scenes but also helps develop relationships between characters that feel real and organic. And like Thanos from Infinity War, the villains in this film work really well, as they are not only interesting but also sympathetic. Ultimate Prowler acts as an intimidating secondary villain that adds emotional weight, but Kingpin is one of the best elements of the film, and because of this and Netflix's Daredevil has become one of my favourite Marvel characters of all time. The way they make his motivation compelling and well developed falls in line with other great Spider-Man adversaries, but his over-exaggerated design and being a legitimate threat makes him stand out and is one of my favourite on-screen Spider-Man villains, right next to the Vulture and Dr. Octopus. So to end this off, Spider-Man Into the Spideyverse is one of the best on-screen adaptations of the character and breathed new life into a franchise that was starting to become very stale. Now, I can't say that this is better than Isle of Dogs, but it's one of the most visually impressive films of the year and a well-made love letter to the Spider-Man character. I can't wait to watch it again, and I'll now be hotly anticipating its announced follow-up.